Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and today I've got 5 more top tips for you for investing in gold and silver. Just before we get started, just to note, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a guru when it comes to investing in gold and silver. So please, any decisions that you make after watching this video, they're yours and yours alone. I can't really be held responsible for anything that you might do. So, having said that, I've got 5 new top tips to go through. So here's number 1, which is whether or not to diversify your stack. It's a little bit controversial because I know that some people have quite strong opinions on it. In the last video I made on 5 top tips, there were quite a few comments that came out around just diversifying and whether you should or not. And I think it's kind of depends on you completely, on the individual stacker, on your circumstances as well, and what you're really looking for in terms of whether it's a long-term or short-term investment. What kind of options are out there? Well, there are quite a lot. For generics, there's loads of different generics out there. You can get Britannias, Eagles, Kangaroos, Maple Leafs, Kookaburras. There's all of these you'll get at really good prices. They'll hold their value relative to spot, pretty well. They won't ever get you a great deal above spot if you're trying to resell them on, unless you're selling them on eBay or to a collector, and whereby you might get them at sort of market value. So those are plenty of options in that respect. There's no shortage of generic silver bullion. But if you want to diversify your stack, what other options are out there? Well, you can go for slabbed coins like these. You can even slab your own coins, send them off to get graded. You can buy high relief coins in presentation cases like this, or you can invest in slightly older coins like this 10-ounce Lunar Dragon. This is a Lunar Series 1, so there's lots of options out there, and there's also even slightly cheaper options as well. So you can buy some of the coins which hold higher premiums generally. You can buy pandas, you could buy the African coins, Rwandan, Noah's Arks, things like that. Special coins that are not just your generic maple leafs and so on. But you tend to pay more for those up front. So it's whether or not you're happy paying above spot really, or above market value for another weighted silver coin. What are the pitfalls? Well, there's some pitfalls. If you're trying to resell, a sort of premium coin on, it will be more difficult to get a better price for it quickly. So if I was wanting to sell this high relief koala, I'd have to sell it on to either another collector or to somebody through eBay, and they would probably pay a decent premium for it. But if I wanted to liquidate it quickly, selling it to a bullion dealer or anyone that can buy silver quickly, I'm really probably only going to get spot for it, maybe even slightly above spot, so I'd have lost out on that investment. A similar thing to slabbed coins as well. If you're trying to sell them quickly, you're not going to get the full return on them. You need to take your time and find the right buyers for the right items. So I'll move me on to top tip number 2, which is graded coins and getting your coins graded. So obviously you can see I've got a couple of graded coins. It's worth having a look on the market and seeing what's out there, familiarising yourself with them, familiarise yourself with the different grading companies, PCGS, NGC and ANCAS. Potentially worth thinking about avoiding ANCAS. They don't necessarily hold the same grading standards that PGCS and NGC have, and collectors on the market don't really view them as the best grading company. So if you've got a PCGS graded coin, it's probably going to be more valuable than the exact coin in an ANCAS graded slab. So is it worth having coins graded? Do you know what? It's going to be down to an individual again, and I think knowing your mintages is probably a good idea. So if you know that a coin is a very low mintage, it's probably got a better chance of increasing its value if it was graded. Getting a Britannia graded is all fine and good, but it's probably not going to set the world on fire. There's a hell of a lot of Britannias out there. It's probably a large amount in the sort of top MS6970 populations. If it's a low mintage though, I think it's probably worth very much getting it graded. It's going to protect it, it's going to conserve it, it's going to make sure it's still really perfect coin, and the premium that you might add on it will probably be quite good in the long run. So it's probably worth it, but don't take my advice as verbatim. So now next top tip though, are the premiums truly worth it? So if you have got your coin graded and you've gone and spent some money getting it graded and you've basically increased the cost of the coin for yourself, is it worth it? Will you get above spot for that? Well, yes, you probably will in the long run if you sell it to the right place. I mean, think about it yourself. If you're a collector and you've diversified your stack and you're looking to buy coins, what would you be willing to pay? Like for example, this panda here. This was more than your regular coin. When I bought these, I was buying 1 ounce of silver for about £13 an ounce. I bought this for, I think it was about £19 an ounce. The pandas are really good for holding their return, so it's definitely worthwhile doing. But at the same time, I would suggest you don't buy everything as just the premium coins, as the pandas, because if you need to liquidate your stuff quickly, you can just get rid of your generics before your premium stuff. So premium coins, I think they're worth it. I can't see a situation unless you're paying ridiculously above spot where it's not going to be worth it. But they are maybe a poor choice for a short-term emergency coin if you need to liquidate them. So just think about those. The next fourth top tip is, are generic coins worth it at all then if you've got all these premium coins which hold the good premiums? And I think the generic coins are really actually very good. I think you can make a really good return on them. I'll just give an example. So these Britannias, which I bought last year, I bought them at £10 an ounce. I think it was just above £10.20 an ounce, and that's a phenomenal price. And I could sell them now on eBay. I could sell them individually probably for £21, £22, maybe a little less now with the way that the silver price has gone in the last couple of weeks. But it's still a fantastic return. If you look at per coin, if I'm making after eBay fees £7, and I've got 100 coins, that's £700 straight away. It does have its benefits. You can buy in bulk, you can get close to spot, they track the spot price. Even if I needed now in an emergency to go and sell these to a bullion trader, I could get £14.50 an ounce maybe before this price drop, but I could get £14-15 an ounce, and even then I've made £4.50 a coin. So again, it's a really good return. So I think generics are really very good. Is there a difference between Britannias, maple leafs, kangaroos, eagles? It depends what country you're in. If you're really worried about capital gains tax in the UK, and you're going to be investing a lot of money, then Britannias will probably be the way to go, because you'll avoid any capital gains tax on those. But unless you're investing 20, 30, 40,000 pounds, if you're going to make more than your capital gains allowance, you don't really need to worry about it if you're not going to get anywhere close to it. So generics definitely have a really good place. I think you should definitely consider buying them if you're new to the market. There are a few tricks that you can do to help in the very long term, to help your generics get increased value, and that's one thing. It's very simple. Just have a date run, buy them every year. Just say you've got one of every year type. It won't set the price on fire. It won't make it worth hundreds and thousands, but it will make it certainly worth more. It'll be worth more to a collector who wants to buy certain years or get into a date run themselves. So it's definitely worth thinking about the small things that you can do to help your coins in the long run. And that's what I'm trying to do with these little gold coins here. So they're all 1/20th ounce gold coins. They hold decent premiums above spot, but if I can get a whole date run of them, then I'll have hopefully a really good protected little investment there. And then the last fifth top tip, and this one's just a really simple one really: enjoy whatever it is that you stack. There's no point in stacking silver or gold if you don't enjoy it, and you don't enjoy the coins, and you get something out of the coins that you're stacking. I really love silver. I love every coin that I've bought. I don't think there's been a single coin which I haven't bought. But for you, there might be. There might be coins that you really love. There might be coins that you don't like. So just have a think about what it is you like about silver, and what you want from it, and make sure that you enjoy it. So thanks again very much for listening to me waffle on about silver and gold, and if you've got any comments, do put them in the section below. Otherwise, like, comment and subscribe for more.